Welcome to our Channel Mum Baby Sleep Guide. I am Kerry and I am with Maggie, our Channel Mum health visitor and sleep expert. Today we are going to be talking about sleep patterns for babies aged between 3 to 6 months, and Maggie is going to be giving us all of her tips and tricks to help us get a little more sleep. Once you've finished watching this video, don't forget to head on over to our Channel Mum support group where you can get one-to-one advice from Maggie and from all of our trained parent helpers by clicking the link below. So Maggie, months 3 to 6, what are we in for?
From 3 to 6 months, there's a huge change of baby sleep patterns, particularly from 4 months onwards. They do begin to go for longer stretches at night. Sleep patterns are beginning to consolidate. They still require an awful lot of sleep, day and night. So we're looking at sort of 14 hours or more, remembering that all babies are different and some will need more sleep and some will need less. Mainly at night, but obviously several naps in the day as well.
Well, let's have a look at what some of our other mums have experienced between the 3 and 6 month age.
It was a case of keeping things very routine. She had wind down time, she had a bath, she had maybe a book or I'd sing to her on the rocking chair in her bedroom, and then she would go to bed in her sleeping bag. And it was always at a certain time. I think it was 7 o'clock every night. That was the routine, and it was very strict back then, but I feel like it needed to be so she would get into a routine.
Absolutely fantastic if you can do that, because we know that regular predictable bedtime routines are really good for poor settlers and babies who don't sleep well.
Is this the kind of time when parents should look to reduce daytime naps?
I would suggest that you go with that individual baby's need for sleep, really. And when they're having growth spurts or the wonder weeks, they then tend to be more unsettled. Sometimes they need more sleep and sometimes they need less sleep. So I would just go with the flow. It's quite useful if you observe what time your baby naturally wakes up for a whole week. Just write it down. And then I would suggest that you start to wake them within half an hour of that, either way, so that you've got a consistent morning waking time, and then the rest of the day, naps and feeds flow from that.
I think I was convinced that if he didn't sleep in the day, which he didn't, then he'd sleep really well at night because obviously he'd be knackered. But no, that's not how it works. Contrary to what might make sense, they are over agitated, overstimulated. They're just so much less likely to sleep better if they haven't slept during the day.
As she was talking about, the babies get overtired, they get fretful, they get hyperactive, they get grizzly, and it's really hard to settle a baby who is overtired. And parents sometimes make the mistake of thinking when they're really lively and active, they're not really tired. Often they're chronically overtired. So it is about observing your baby's sleep cues, which we talked about in the first video as well, and just knowing your baby.
James slept through the night when he was 3 months old, but that was it. That was the only time in his life that he slept through the night. And it had been since he was 3 months old that I had got pretty much not more than 2 to 3 hours straight of sleep.
By 4 months of age, they are capable of sleeping for 8 hours through the night. That's not to say that many of them do that, because they don't know that. When a baby's born, the brain is still a work in progress. And there's a huge amount of learning and brain development going on in those first 2 years of life. So that is sort of something that's sometimes called sleep regression, is when they start waking when they've been sleeping through. But really it's often due to the growth spurts that happen, or the wonder weeks. The wonder weeks is when there's huge leaps in their development going on. There's more brain development going on when the baby's asleep than when they're awake, which seems really, really strange, which is why their sleep patterns are very different to adults.
So when they're having that sleep regression, what do we do?
It's about being kind to yourself in the day and actually looking at it as a mini break for yourself, and not doing much.
Take the sleeps when they take the sleeps.
Take the sleeps when they take the sleeps. Have a few quiet days at home. Rest on the sofa as much as you can, and it will sort itself out. And if it doesn't, I would say head over to our Channel Mum support group and get some help with it.
Because there'll be so many other people in exactly the same position as you.
To be fair to Marnie, she is teething. She has just had her bottom 2 teeth come through, but I don't know, I think he likes to be very close to me at all times.
Teething can really disrupt sleep. We've got really good fact sheets on how to cope with teething.
So would you encourage a drain feed?
Drain feeds, I think, are a bit of a mixed blessings. I know some parents swear by them. Personally, I feel that they interfere with the sleep-wake pattern, and often the evidence is that if you wake them just before you go to bed at 11, they might be in a deep sleep phase there, but also they will probably still wake for a feed when they would have woken anyway, so it doesn't actually make much difference, and you could be starting a habit of them waking for a feed at that time because you're conditioning them. So we have got lots of different sleep training method videos that you can go to and watch. The only one that would be suitable for a baby aged 4 to 6 months would be the pick up, put down. That's very gentle, and that is when the baby cries, you pick the baby up and you hold them and you calm them until they settle, and then you put the baby down. If they're still crying when you put them down, you pick them up again, and you just keep on doing that until they eventually settle.
Thanks, Maggie, that's actually really helpful. I wish I'd known that when my kids were this age. I hope you found that helpful too. Remember, you are not alone. There are so many more mums that are going through exactly what you are going through too. So head on over to our Channel Mum support group for any help and advice from Maggie and our trained parent helpers too. You can also check out our safe sleeping fact sheet and our crying and soothing fact sheet too. So that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.